The air inside the embalming chamber is thick with incense and the sharp tang of natron. Shadows dance along the walls, painted with images of gods and eternal fields of green. On a stone table, the body of a young noblewoman lies motionless, her skin already dusted with drying salts. The chief embalmer chants the words of protection, his hands precise and steady. But in the corner, a younger assistant watches the glint of gold in the linen wrappings. When the chief turns his back, the assistant's hand slips forward. With a practiced twist, he pulls a small amulet from between the folds, an amulet meant to guide the soul through the trials of the afterlife. In that moment, the sacred contract is broken. The woman's journey will be incomplete, and the act will never be recorded in the temple archives. This is the story they never carved into stone, the darker, hidden side of mummification, a side where greed, revenge, and cruelty turned an honor into a punishment, and where death did not mean the end, but the beginning of something far worse. To understand the horror, you must first understand the promise. In ancient Egypt, mummification was not merely preservation, it was transformation. The body was the home of the Ka and the Ba, the life force and personality. If the body decayed beyond recognition, the soul was lost forever. For kings, the process could take 70 days, involving skilled priests, rare raisins from distant lands, and a precise ritual for each organ removed. For common people it was simpler, but still sacred. To be denied proper mummification was to be denied eternity itself, and for enemies of the state, that denial was deliberate. Most embalming was done with reverence, but not all. Some bodies were deliberately prepared incorrectly as a form of posthumous punishment. A traitor's skin might be left untreated, causing it to rot before burial. The sacred oils could be withheld, leaving the flesh dry and brittle. In extreme cases, vital organs were destroyed rather than preserved, robbing the deceased of the ability to pass the weighing of the heart in the Hall of Osiris. A court official falls from favor after conspiring against the pharaoh. Executed quietly, his body is brought to the temple. Instead of hymns, the embalmers work in silence, skipping prayers, omitting amulets. His wrappings are thin, hastily tied. When he reaches the tomb, there is no name carved above the entrance. Many embalmers were deeply religious, but others saw profit in death. Gold amulets, sacred jewelry, even fine linen could be stolen and sold before burial. The Abbot Papyrus, a rare surviving document, records an official investigation around 1100 BCE into tomb robberies. Embalmers and temple workers were found guilty of stripping bodies of valuables, sometimes replacing them with stones to maintain the illusion of weight. In the bustling market of Thebes, a merchant displays a golden scarab. Its edges are still dark with resin. A grieving widow passing by stops cold. It is the amulet she placed on her husband's chest only weeks ago. Improper burial was the ultimate insult in ancient Egypt. Political rivals, heretics, and disgraced officials could be buried without ceremony in unmarked graves. Pharaoh Akhenaten's religious revolution angered the priesthood so deeply that after death, his name and images were erased from monuments, and some scholars believe his body may have been disturbed or relocated. Under torchlight, workers remove a coffin from its tomb. They scrape the name from the lid, then carry it into the desert. By sunrise, the grave is bare, as if the man never existed. Many tombs carried warnings. The one who disturbs this sleep will be devoured by crocodiles in the Nile, their families erased from memory. Some believed these were divine threats. Others knew better. The real danger came from the living. A family feud could lead to a body being secretly exhumed and desecrated, fulfilling the curse by human hands. In Abydos, a woman accused of theft dies before trial. Her rivals bribe the embalmers to leave her heart out of the burial. Without a heart, the gods will find her unworthy, condemning her soul to wander. Herodotus, writing in the 5th century BCE, claimed that embalmers delayed the preparation of beautiful women until decomposition set in, to prevent sexual violation of the body. This disturbing precaution suggests such abuse was a genuine concern. Modern forensic analysis of some mummies have revealed injuries inconsistent with embalming, hinting at mistreatment, whether during life or after death. Even in death, women were not safe from exploitation. For the poor, the cost of full mummification was impossible. They often relied on cheaper services, which could be a cruel trick. Some embalmers merely wrapped the body without preservation, knowing decay would begin within days. Others sold the body to medical schools or reused coffins, leaving families with an empty tomb. A farmer visits his wife's tomb during the Festival of the Dead. When he opens the coffin to place flowers, he finds only linen padding and a stone for weight. Modern archaeology has uncovered mummies that tell grim stories. Bodies missing hands, feet, or skulls, sometimes replaced with animal bones. Wrappings applied unevenly, suggesting haste or inexperience. Amulets replaced with clay replicas. In Deir el-Bahari, a cache of royal mummies revealed some had been rewrapped in the 21st dynasty, likely after being stripped of valuables by the very priests who were meant to protect them. To the Egyptians, destroying a body destroyed a soul. This made posthumous mutilation a feared form of punishment. Damnatio memoria, the erasure of one's name from all monuments, ensured the dead could not be remembered or honored. Without a name, there was no afterlife. A conspirator against the crown is executed. That night, stonemasons chisel his name from his tomb. His children are forbidden to speak it. Within a generation, it is as if he never lived. Mummification was meant to be an eternal gift, but in the wrong hands it became a weapon. Bodies were stripped, rituals corrupted, names erased. Greed and vengeance could condemn a soul as surely as any mortal sentence. The embalmer's blade could heal or harm, his prayers could save or doom. And in the darkness of the embalming chamber, far from the gaze of the gods, the line between sacred and profane was thinner than linen. Perhaps that is the darkest truth, that in a civilization obsessed with eternity, even death could be twisted into the harshest punishment of all. This was the Gallows Archive. If you've walked with us through the tombs tonight, remember, the past is never truly at rest. Like the video so others may find it. Subscribe for more journeys into the shadowed corners of history. And tell us in the comments, if you could stand in an ancient embalming chamber, would you dare to look under the wrappings? Next time on Gallows Archive, a kingdom that turned human skin into the canvas of its justice. Until then, keep your lanterns lit.